I think first we need to start with driver education as early as while children are in school before they drive. We teach them how to use the road first as pedestrians, because that's the thing about the roads is everybody's a road user, regardless of what age, what sex, religion. We all share that road. That's why I say it's the most democratic form of space in any country. So we teach the children how to walk, how to cross the road properly, how to safely use the road as commuters, as passengers, and then eventually as drivers. So we start that early. We build that into the curriculum. Then we start maybe incentivizing companies to have road safety programs within their own companies. Like make it mandatory, or give them, if not mandatory, give them good incentives to be able to. Private companies are very compliant. So long as it makes sense for them, and road safety, there's also a monetary aspect to it. I mean, you could even appeal to that side of them rather than the humanitarian side. Just say, every time you have an accident, it's a bus company, we take your buses off the road for 30, 60, or 90 days. You want to avoid that by investing in proper training, right?
Hmm.
Let's just appeal to somebody's self-interest instead of their humanity, compassion, guilt, or obligation. And maybe we might start getting things done. I think people will cooperate with that if they see a cohesive effort with the government. Why not? I mean, all these companies, let's face it, the private sectors are always looking for good PR angles. Let's spin it like that. I mean, if we have to, I hate to do that. I hate to sort of turn road safety in some kind of PR stunt. But if
Yeah.
that's what needs to be done, just to be able to get it out there, I say let's do it. I mean, I built a career basically doing this, and I have my biggest challenge is road safety is not a sexy topic. It's not an exciting topic. My views go down when I post about road safety, but I do it out of this sheer connection that I have to the tragedies that I've seen out there. My brother runs a Lifeline ambulance service. I've driven ambulances on the road just to immerse myself in what actually goes on out there. And
Hmm.
I've seen firsthand, I've seen the carnage, and nothing will prepare you for having to explain to a family what happened to their loved one, because nobody ever expects a road accident. Nobody ever drove out that day going, I think today's the day where it's going to happen. No, that's the tragedy of road accidents. It is random. It happens in a split second, and it's life changing for not just the person obviously in the accident, but the entire ecosystem around that person.
Hmm.
This is why we got to take things seriously. What could be more serious than this? But yet we always just sort of, at the end of the day, turn a blind eye to it. So I just want to see a little bit more commitment. I want to see the driver education improved. I want to see, if we have the drug testing, why don't we do also these spot drug testings like
Yep.
they do for athletes? You just turn up at the bus station and then you just start doing a random drug test. That's how we should be doing it as well. Because when you have these mandatory ones, we're going through the same machinery as we were before. They find the loopholes again.
Yeah.
We need to close those loopholes because we've already seen them being exploited.